Jayson, it seemed like you guys really turned things around when you focused on attacking and getting to the paint, getting to the rim. What was it that allowed you guys to get there? And what causes you to get away from that sometimes during the game?
I think we just gotta recenter our focus. Anybody that's played a sport, sometimes things just happen and a couple bad plays after another, or not necessarily bad plays, but just you kind of get away from things. Whether it's intentional or the flow of the game, and that's what timeouts and halftime is for, to regroup, to get back on the same page. And even to start the third quarter, we were a little flat. It took us a couple minutes. But it was just all about picking up our intensity on the defensive end. And that just kind of got us going, for the rest of the half.
What is it like to see Jalen break out of, a bad stretch and be able to carry you guys for that fourth quarter?
It was big. In all honesty, we needed a win, right? We haven't been playing great. Just so for everybody to contribute and, for us to finally get back in the win column, everybody feels just a little bit better about themselves, after tonight, and, hopefully it continues.
How important was it to make sure that a tough shooting night didn't take away from, as a team, your focus and your effort defensively?
Yeah, I think that was big. We still didn't shoot the ball well, or as well as we would have liked. But, like I said, we needed this win. We had to figure out a way, one way or another, just to get it done. And, shots gonna fall, eventually. But, just figuring out ways throughout the regular season, night in and night out to win.
Jayson, it always seems like maybe early part of the season you miss a lot of just stretch of inexplicably open looks. It seemed like tonight that was kind of the case. What was it like to kind of go through that slump, and then what was it like to hit that last one? It just seemed like there was a sigh of relief when you hit that one in the fourth quarter.
I think earlier in my career, that would have bothered me a little bit more. Whereas now, I think I just score in a variety of different ways where, I'm conscious of, maybe my shots aren't falling the way I would like, but I think I've gotten to a point where, it's just like in the midst of a game, all right, figure out a different way to impact, figure out a different way to score, because you can. So it's just a matter of, being aware of what's going on.
What did you think about Derek's haircut?
Huh?
What did you think about Derek's haircut?
Oh yeah, he cut his shit off. He looked good. He looked a little younger, but he said it was getting wild, so freshen up a little bit.
And what did you like this about his aggressiveness tonight, especially starting out?
I told him, the first play was kinda for him. And I told him before jump ball, I just looked at him, I said, yo, be aggressive, He hasn't been shooting the ball well, but, we need him to be aggressive. And, Dwight is the ultimate teammate and, right, somebody that everybody would love to play with. So just, letting them know that, we need him and, I love playing with him and, I need him to be aggressive. And, I just love the way he kind of came out to start the game, being aggressive from the jump.
Obviously, you guys were focused on Minnesota, but everybody's aware that Milwaukee comes in here for Christmas. It's obviously a huge game. How important was it, not just to get the win, but to get a win and head into that having kind of shaken off a little bit of that losing kind of funk that you guys have been in? How important is it to just kind of get that out of the way so you can focus on Milwaukee?
We can focus on it now. We haven't played well enough to look past the game towards Christmas, honestly. All the focus was on us in Minnesota and how we can be better and things that we need to do to get a win. We did that tonight. But obviously, Christmas Day is big for the NBA. And, fortunate enough to 6 years now playing on Christmas, and, I never take that for granted. So looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
You mentioned talking to Derek. Did you say anything to Jalen, or do you have to say anything to Jalen? He said he felt like that was the worst first 3 quarters that he had played, and then coming out in the fourth, just found something else.
And I didn't say anything to him, but not necessarily worried about anybody. This is the NBA. Everybody goes through great stretches and tough stretches. Everybody's a professional and been doing it long enough that they know what they need to do, know what they're capable of, and everybody believe and trust in one another. So it's just a matter of doing it or not, and nobody was worried about JB. We know what he's capable of, and regardless of what happens first 3 quarters, you always just look to what's next, and that's what he did tonight, and it was big. We needed that to start the fourth.
And then you mentioned Christmas Day and not taking it for granted. What does it mean to you to be a part of that marquee day for the NBA?
It means a lot. Everybody in the NBA has watched Christmas Day as a kid and dreamed of being in that position. So, it's become a tradition. For me and for us, being able to play these last 6 years, it's a big deal and it's special. Everybody and their families watch, basketball all day. So it's usually, the biggest matchups or games everybody wants to see. So I'm always looking forward to playing on Christmas. It's always fun, the energy and the excitement around the day, and just all the games in general.